Hello, my name is Ms. Stancil, and today we're talking about presentation aids. You know, when most people think about presentation aids, the first thing that comes to mind is the PowerPoint presentation. However, PowerPoint presentations are not always the most effective way to convey your message. The purpose of this video is to help you to comprehend the value of presentation aids, identify the main types of presentation aids, and select appropriate presentation aids. First of all, let's talk about the value of presentation aids. Presentation aids can help your audiences to, first of all, maintain focus. Presentation aids grab the attention of your listeners and also keep their interest when words alone may not be able to do that. Secondly, they enhance understanding. Visual reinforcement of your descriptions or ideas help your audiences to understand them. Thirdly, visual presentation aids will also enhance memory. It is well known that you remember most of what you understand best. Researchers estimate that people remember 10% of what we read, 20% of what we hear, 30% of what we see, and 50% of what we simultaneously see and hear. For example, your audience is more likely to remember words in Swahili if you display the words visually rather than just speaking about them. Lastly, organization. Listing your major points on a PowerPoint slide, chart, or poster can help your audiences grasp main ideas and follow transitions. Now let's talk about the different types of presentation aids. The first question many students want to know when they learn they are required to use the presentation aids is, what types of presentation aids should I use? I will discuss 4 classes of presentation aids, and those include 3-dimensional, 2-dimensional, audio, visual, and PowerPoint. A couple of examples for 3-dimensional include objects, models, and people. Objects add interest because they are tangible. They are real and audiences like the real thing. Secondly, models. If you cannot bring the actual object to class, you would consider using a model. They are replicas of the actual objects. Thirdly, people. People also serve as presentation aids. Now let's talk about 2-dimensional types of presentational aids. And I will just go through a list of those here. Photographs, maps, graphs, charts, flip charts, chalkboards, whiteboards, transparencies. Now the third type of visual aid or presentation aid would be the audio visual. And a couple of examples that I have for that would be DVD or videotapes, computers, the internet, CDs, or MP3 players. And finally, PowerPoint is also an effective type of presentation aid when it is used effectively. And in our next video, I will show you the appropriate way to use those. I hope you now have a better understanding of the values, the types, and the examples of presentation aids. I will see you in class.